in the water that's been splashing on the sides here that it changed from chunky pieces of Irish moss into a nice silky mixture. So that's great. You don't need to worry about getting the little pieces of moss that are on the sides mixed in. Those will break down, but if you had most of it in here, the Irish moss not broken down, you might end up with little pieces of moss in there. So what I'm gonna do now is add 1 more cup of water. Okay, and to this cup of water, I'm going to add half a cup of coconut crystals. This is the palm nectar that's been dehydrated, and it has a really beautiful flavor. It's also low glycemic and high in minerals, which is really nice. It's not a raw product, but if you are interested in having this be 100% raw, go ahead and add honey in its place, or your sweetener of choice, and that'll work beautifully as well. But I really love the flavor of these crystals, and they're great for you. So this is a half a cup of the coconut crystals. Put those in. And I'm also gonna add some vanilla, some more of this delicious vanilla powder. This time I'll add 2 teaspoons of the vanilla powder. 1, 2. And I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of our high mineral salt. Okay. At this point, I'm going to blend this again really well because I want those crystals to get broken up so that you don't feel that when you're eating the cake, and so that the sweetness is evenly dispersed in our cheesecake. I also want to mention starting with cold water is a great way to go when you're doing this much blending, so that you don't end up heating your food up too much when you need to blend it for quite a while. In these high-speed blenders, things can get pretty hot sometimes if you're not starting with a cold liquid. Now we're going to get our live coconut cream, and we're actually just going to add the whole jar. If you've had your jar and it's a cold day or it's cool out, it might be solid. You want to immerse this into some hot water for about 5 or 10 minutes. That will soften it up enough that you should be able to just scoop it right out of the jar into your into the mix that you've got going already. Almost got it. And again, we're going to be blending this pretty well. There are, you know, some pieces of coconut that you can feel in here. We want to get it nice and broken down so we have that cream cheesy texture in our cheesecake. So the other thing that I'm going to add is another half a cup of pure extra virgin coconut oil. That adds more of a coconut flavor to our cheesecake, but it's also going to help to firm it up and create a brilliant cheesecake-like texture that we want to obtain in this. Okay, so now that both of those are in there, again, we're gonna just get our machine started. And I just want to mention that this does get pretty thick, so either you can use a plunger to help it move, or you can open it up and, as you'll see me do, pull the mixture down towards the blades using your spatula. Okay, at this point you just want to give it a little taste. Make sure that you've added everything that you need. Make sure that you like the level of sweetness, that there's a good level of, the salt just brings out all the flavors, so if it doesn't feel balanced, you could add another pinch of salt. Or if you want it a little bit sweeter, you can add a little more coconut sugar, honey, whatever you've chosen to sweeten it with. You can also check the texture. If you're still feeling little pieces of coconut, then you might want to keep it going a little while longer. That, as the coconut breaks up, it's also going to thicken up the mixture a little bit more and continually add to that nice smooth texture that we're looking for. So I'm going to keep this one going just a little while longer. that looks great. It tasted good, so I'm just gonna give it one more taste and make sure I've got the texture I'm looking for. That's perfect, brilliant. So at this point, we're gonna pull over our crust and pour our cheesecake mix right on top of that crust. This will take about 3 to 5 hours to set up, and optimally overnight is the best amount of time. So if you can make this and put it in your fridge and just let it sit overnight, it will really get a nice consistent texture, and it'll firm up a great amount. And when you take this out of your springform pan, you can decorate it using shredded coconut or ground almonds. And another nice thing is if you'd like to top it off with some fresh fruit, with some mango or strawberries or kiwis or whatever you can possibly think of, that's a really nice addition as well. So this is our coconut cream cheesecake. I am Chef Chaya. This is Living Tree Community Foods. You can learn more about me at thelivingvision.com. That's www.thelivingvision.com. For more recipes, I offer classes, consultations, and soon to come, a dessert food service to go. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much and enjoy your dessert making.